Hey guys, what's up? This is Mel, and I'm here to talk about The Vampire Diaries, episode 801, titled Hello Brother, which premiered Friday, October 21st, 2016 on the CW. And guys, it is now the start of the final season. I can't believe we're already here. So much to talk about, but quick reminder, guys, this is being recorded within the same night that I watched the episode for the first time. I record these as my first genuine reaction to the episode, so no interference from anyone else about my own predictions, what my interpretations of the episode, stuff like that. Also, I only own my thoughts and opinions that I state. This is just to help me later on if I want to go back and see what I thought at the very beginning, see if any of my predictions panned out at all. And that's what these are for. I love just going back to say, oh, what did I think in that episode? Plus, it's just to see if any of you guys picked up on the same things as I did, or if I'm the only one who did it. It's always fun as well. So I don't own anything picture-wise, except if it's my own face, and this is just being made for fun. No money's being made for this. So anyways, 10-minute clock. Let's begin. So something new that we learned in this episode. Well, as we found out, Damon and Enzo are being under the control of the creature in the vault. So the episode starts off with them pretty much on a mission to hunt down the worst of humanity and feed it to the vault creature, who lives in a water submerged with blood or something, for the looks of it. And secretly, Enzo has been leaving clues for Bonnie to find, as Bonnie, Stefan, and the others try to search for them. Enzo actually leaves his clues in the first body he allows them to find, since all the other bodies that they've taken haven't been found quite yet by the police. But anyways, all these clues that Enzo leaves for Bonnie are connected to a flashback we get to see of his talks with her about the Odyssey and during the time when he was teaching her how to play the guitar. And all those lead Bonnie to the clues coming to the conclusion that they may be dealing with sirens, or the head siren, I guess you could say. I don't know. But that's pretty cool how he kind of laid it out for her, in a sense, and that she was able to recall all that. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, moving on. Alark is now the leader of the armory, and he's kind of been taking the task to try to figure out how exactly Damon and Enzo escaped the vault when there's only one exit. So he recruits two interns named Georgie and Dorian, and they find a hidden passageway that you can only find through touch. So you have to completely cover your ears, and you have to completely be blindfolded in order to find it. It's pretty much an optical illusion, they say, because it's pretty much a wall that's not really there. So there's that. Following the passage, you find a separate room that has all these different old artifacts that haven't been moved in a very long time. So that's Alark's new mission now. Meanwhile, because he's working with the armory and Caroline still has her job, I believe, at the broadcasting station, they hire new nanny Celine. People might recognize her from Containment. I suddenly realized that I remember her from, if anyone knows the TV show Life with Derek, the movie Vacation with Derek, the actress who plays Celine was in that movie. So that didn't occur to me until I saw her in this episode. Anyways, Caroline in the episode eventually saves Celine from being killed by Virginia St. John, who was after the twins. Eventually, Virginia commits suicide by biting off her own tongue and then just bleeding to death to stop herself from talking about the creature. And apparently the creature is after the twins, which is why she wanted to kill the twins before the creature got to them. That's a little confusing in itself. We couldn't get any answer because of the fact she killed herself. But there's that. Moving on to Stefan, though. At the beginning of the episode, he has hope that they could bring Damon home, unlike Bonnie, who decided not to hope anymore because it just hurts when she's let down. But by the end of the episode, those feelings have been reversed. Stefan is now, he has lost hope that he can bring Damon back, while Bonnie has regained hope, realizing that Damon and Enzo, they are not in control. What they are doing is not of their own free will. And while they may have said some certain things, it's not truly them. While Stefan, he finds that when Damon blames him for ending his life all those years ago, which isn't the first time he's told Stefan that, somehow Stefan feels more pain hearing it now for some reason. So there's that issue. Aside from all those, we see Stefan and Caroline going strong together as they are still a couple, and they actually plan to move in together at the boarding house by the end of the episode. So there's that. And that decision for Stefan and Caroline kind of came with Alaric and Caroline trying to rework how their current family arrangement's been going on. Because currently, before the whole attack by Virginia, they had joint custody with the twins, as the twins were living with Caroline in her old childhood home, while Alaric lived in an apartment that's 30 minutes away. So instead, Alaric wants to move in with the twins and live in the childhood home. Caroline didn't really think that was a good idea, but then Alaric tells her, well, you've been wanting for some time to be with Stefan and move in at the boarding house, but the only reason she didn't was out of respect for him. So he tells her to go for it, and then she brings it up to Stefan later on. So there's that. So moving on to the most shocking moment of the episode, it truly has to be the fact that at the very end of the episode, or the last time we see Damon, is him unconscious. But then we go in and we see his memories, and he's actually remembering the first time he's seen Elena. So I was surprised we were going to see that throwback flashback that we got originally first seen in episode 322. But then what's also surprising was the fact it's slightly altered. Instead, Damon actually confides in his memory version of Elena that he doesn't know how much longer he can fight against this hold on him, which was so surprising because the whole episode I'm thinking Damon flipped his switch. He has no care in the world. He's just following the creature like a good little soldier and just going along for the ride. But it looks like he actually might still be in control, yet seem like he's not in control, and yet he doesn't know how long he can do it. So that's just that is surprised me the most. Also because we also know that Nina's not in. We don't know when or how long Nina, if she ever is returning for the final season. So the fact that we got to see her in this aspect, it blew me away. I was not expecting it. So that was a huge surprise for me as well. So there's that. So top 3 favorite moments. First one has to be Damon and Enzo. I've been saying this for the past 2 seasons. I wanted to see them do more scenes together. And I love it. I don't care the fact that they're kind of like quote-unquote evil versions of themselves right now, which was kind of weird because seeing them in this more of a darker vibe, I thought they were more methodical in the way they did things. They had a lot more of a witty dynamic between the two of them. They definitely seemed more in control in their actions. There wasn't a lot of impulsiveness, and when they did come on the attack, they worked like a well-oiled machine to push the odds in their favor, which I was impressed by. It's just like, wow, I loved it. And it kind of makes me wonder why they're not like that when they're in full control of themselves. So I just really like that. I really like seeing these versions of them, even though they're just slightly altered versions that we're used to. And then also a moment I do want to bring up on the fact is that Damon is reading a 50 Shades of Grey book. I mean, that is just hilarious, just because on the fact that on YouTube you see a whole bunch of people making their own videos before the movie started coming out, making their own little trailers that usually had Damon and Elena playing the leads for 50 Shades. So I thought that was funny. And then not only that I found it funny, but then I remember back in season 1, episode 3 or 4, I believe, Damon was reading the first Twilight book. So it seemed kind of fitting that he'd read the 50 Shades of Grey book, because originally 50 Shades of Grey was a Twilight fan fiction. So I thought that was pretty cool, bringing that meta part full circle. So I thought that was funny. So anyways, moving on to the second moment, it has to be Bonnie putting the pieces together about Enzo's clues, which led her to the possible discovery that what they're dealing with is a siren. Which kind of makes sense. Also, the fact that the creature was pretty much swimming in a vat of bloody water. But it was interesting how she came upon that. It was interesting how she put all the clues together. And then I do like the fact that she turned to Alaric for some kind of confirmation, or turned to him as like a soundboard. Like she needed to bounce her theories off of somebody who could still follow along with her. So I really like that as well. And then last thing, talking about Alaric, I really like the fact that not only is Alaric in charge of the army, which I think is like perfect up his alleyway, but I also like that he got this huge discovery with the passageway and what the the hidden treasures are. It's gotta make me wonder who those treasures belong to and if there's any like supernatural curses on them or anything like that, but I hope we'll find out later on. But moving on to top 3 peeved moments very quickly. I only really have one, and it is the fact that Virginia went after the twins. I mean, really? She has to know more to the story, and I guess we can't find out now though, but why? I mean, yes, the twins are the only living members of the Gemini Coven. They're also siphon Geminis, witches, so there's that. So I guess you can see that uniqueness with their status, but they're just what, 4 years old? Why are you gonna attack them? They're so innocent and so small. Just no. I'm glad she's gone though, but then with her being gone, that means so are her answers as that. So yeah. Moving on, what moment will I remember most when I look back on this episode? Evil Denzo. Evil Damon and Enzo. Love it, love it. And there is the timer. Quickly though, random questions. I just thought of this one now though, but is Alaric still a teacher at Whitmore College, or is he strictly solely the leader of the army? And does that pay well? So there's that. I believe he's still a professor because he kept saying that Georgie and Dorian were his interns. So there is that. I also had another one on the spot, but I can't remember the question. But anyways, a question I did write down was, did Damon tell Enzo to flip the switch to save the people they care for from the creature? Because Damon did say that if the creature knows that you care about something, you'll go after them. And then he's like, it's better not to care at all, so why not flip the switch? But then, if you don't care about anything, you kind of put the things you really do care about on a protective detail type. I don't know. I just kept getting the underlying impression that Damon was telling Enzo to flip it so that it was harder for the creature to find out who exactly or what exactly he cared for most. Or am I just thinking too deeply into Damon's actions? I have no clue. What do you think, though? Let me know in the comments down below. Next question. If the creature truly is a siren, then how can they kill it? Is it meant to be more powerful than Silas? More powerful than the originals? So there's that. It'll definitely be interesting to see where it ranks on the power hierarchy, for sure. Moving on to predictions very quickly, though. Based off the promo for 802, looks like the siren creature, who is a lady, tries to uncover where Damon goes to in his subconscious, and so far we know it's to his memories of Elena. Don't know how he's able to still, quote-unquote, keep his humanity off while still going to his subconscious where he has Elena close to his heart. Not sure about that, though. But based off the synopsis, though, from the gist of it, it looks like a trip to North Carolina is to come as Stefan, Caroline, and Bonnie try to stop Damon and Enzo's next target, who is supposedly someone from Stefan's past. Now, with that said, we also see Alaric and his intern Georgie finding a mysterious symbol that could be connected to the creature. Maybe it can confirm or deny if it's a siren or not. And apparently Caroline gets a surprise from Stefan. No clue what kind of surprise that could be. So surprise-wise for that, either he's going to propose to her or it's something along the lines that will give them a lead to Damon and Enzo, or I don't think so. I think the surprise has to do more with the personal level between the two of them, so there's that. I also think that this mysterious symbol, it's either going to be something that identifies the creature, or it's going to be something like those cave markings that Alaric found in the tunnels under the Lockwood property that led to the weapon to kill the originals back in episode 308. It's either going to be something like that, or it's going to be a marking that could help ward off the creature, is what I'm thinking. That's the mysterious symbol. And as opposed to who that's someone from Stefan's past that could be the next target, I'm thinking it might be Sarah Salvatore. Zach Salvatore's daughter, who Stefan hid away from Damon, because Enzo knows that she exists, but Damon doesn't know. So I'm wondering if maybe they do know, or they swapped intel, and now that's who they're going after to get to Stefan, because Damon did say that the creature didn't want Stefan at this moment. So there's that. A new question, though, for you guys. How do you break a siren's hold on you? That's the question. I know how Supernatural does it, but how does the world of the Vampire Diaries do it? I guess we just have to wait and see. And that's about it, guys. So what did you guys think of the episode? What did you guys like about it? What do you think is going to happen next? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it, as well as your own thoughts and theories about what you think is going to happen in the final season of the show. I'm definitely excited to see what this new twist is going to take. I definitely didn't expect a siren. So I'm curious to see how it all comes to play. But if you want, guys, check out my Tumblr page. Link for that is down below. Also, a link for my WordPress would be there. And follow me there as well. And also my LiveJournal account. Links for that will be there too. Link for that is also down below. But check that out for a full episode recap. You get my play-by-play on what happened in the episode, as well as my in-moment thoughts for what had happened, or what I thought about as I watched it for the first time. So go check that out if you want. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. I forgot to mention that earlier. And that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you come back next week to see what I have to say about the next episode. Until then, guys, this is Mel. Wish you a great day, great week wherever you are. Until then, bye, guys.